Good morning and welcome to Gospel Bytes, where we take a bite at the Gospel for the day. Today is Tuesday, May 14th. It's the feast day of St. Matthias, the Apostle. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Glory to you, O Lord. This is taken from John chapter 15, verses 9 to 17. Jesus said to his disciples, "As the Father loves me, so I also love you. Remain in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy might be in you and your joy might be complete. This is my commandment. Love one another as I love you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I no longer call you slaves, because a slave does not know what his master is doing. I have called you friends, because I have told you everything I have heard from my Father. It was not you who chose me, but I who chose you, and appointed you to go and bear fruit that will last, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give you. This I command you, love one another." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So, the word apostle means someone who is sent. And according to St. Peter, this apostle who's going to replace Judas is supposed to be an eyewitness, someone who's been with Jesus from the baptism up to the ascension. So it describes who this office or this ministry called apostles. So you have to be an eyewitness and you are sent out. Now, so what they did was they chose who would replace Judas, and they ended up with two. That's Matthias and Barsabbas. And then they cast lots. It's like they rolled the dice, or I don't know how they did that, but they um, they chose Matthias. Now we see here that Jesus, in the structure of in the organization or the structure of the kingdom, Jesus wants to continue, just like in Moses, where he was surrounded with the 12 representatives of the 12 tribes of Israel. Now Jesus is surrounded by these 12 apostles. Now, as these apostles, later on, they died one by one. There's no more eyewitnesses. They were succeeded by bishops. So they're not called apostles, but they were called bishops. They were to do the same functions of the apostles, except they were not eyewitnesses. Uh, and it shows us that really to be a true follower of Christ, you have an encounter with Jesus. Yeah? That your friendship with Jesus is genuine. It's not just about something you heard, something you read about Jesus, something that your parents taught you or your catechist taught you. You should have a genuine experience of Jesus himself. Otherwise, your faith will not last. If all there is that, yeah, my dad used to tell me, my mom used to tell me about this, my religion teacher used to tell me about Jesus. I read the Bible. If I have never really encountered the living Christ, then, you know, it only takes a little to shake your faith. You really need to almost like a witness to the power and the presence of Jesus. Uh, Now, Jesus also tells here that those whom he called to follow him and to send them out are called friends. Friends. Now, if you look at the apostles, look at what happened to them. All of them were martyred, including Matthias. And maybe John, but they tried to kill him too, but he survived. But so they just set him out on exile in Patmos, but we're not sure if he was still murdered there or he just died in exile. But the rest, they were for sure martyred. They were all killed for their faith. And this is how the world treats the friends of Jesus. So if you're a friend of Jesus, if you're truly a follower of Jesus, be ready to be persecuted. Because they did that to Jesus. Who are we that they're going to spare us from their hatred? Now, Saint Teresa of Avila wrote, she said, uh, because she called Jesus as her closest friend. And then there's a Catholic.org writes, sometimes she couldn't avoid complaining to her closest friend about the hostility and gossip that surrounded her. When Jesus told her, Teresa, that's how I treat my friends. Teresa responded, no wonder you have few friends. But since Christ has so few friends, she felt they should be good ones. And that's why she decided to reform her Carmelite order. And that's why I always pray that I ask God to give us holy priests, not just many priests, but really holy priests, but also holy families who are willing to suffer. And I think the day will come when we will reach the point when the church will be persecuted so much to the point of martyrdom. We need to prepare our people for that. Prepare your children, prepare your grandchildren, prepare yourselves, because we need to stand by our friend so that when the world persecutes us, we are going to stand and not give in. Are we ready for that? So we need to treat each other as friends as well and be able to give our lives for one another. But most of our Christ who did that to us, who gave his life for us. And so be ready to stand up for Jesus. If you're truly someone who is sent, the word apostle, or a disciple, a follower of Jesus, you must be a true friend. And the true friend stands by Jesus. So be ready for that. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano, asking God and praying that we will all be able to stand the persecutions that lie ahead, that we will prove our friendship with Jesus. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bites. God bless you and have a nice day.